It's another day working in the shop here, and today I'm going to be doing some work on Peewee here. I'm going to try to get this thing where I can fire it up today. Maybe try moving it around a little bit. I'm not sure about that though. I got to get the brakes bled. So if I can make good progress on this tonight, because it's just after work, after dinner, whatever. So I've only got a few hours anyways. But I got to get the radiator buttoned up. I got to do a clutch fan swap because the one that's on this motor right now has a really bad fan clutch on it. And the big one is I got to do exhaust underneath. So let me flip you around. I'll show you the exhaust and kind of talk you through what I'm thinking with that, and then we'll go from there. All right, so that Jeep, being a 2001, has the dual collectors on the exhaust here. This is focusing weird. There we go. Maybe. Has the dual collectors on the exhaust here. And so it's got the two cats up top, the one cat down low. And this, I was planning on taking it apart and reinstalling it in sections, because obviously that's the easiest. If you look at this thing, there's no chance this is coming apart, and then if it does, no chance that's resealing at all. So I'm leaving it alone. I think I'm going to end up cutting it about here and putting a clamp on it for now, because long term I do want to upgrade all of this. And you can see this hanger is all kind of cobbled together and welded up. This flange is also terrible, and it's never going to come apart again. But then from there back, it's just bolt on. So I want to get this much of the exhaust put together. That's enough to where I can at least start it and pull it out of the shop. Because there's a bunch of stuff that needs to come in and out of here for some quick things. And I'm going to be waiting on an ECU tune for this thing, doing the manual swap and all that. So for now, I got to look up a wire diagram once I get the rest of this buttoned up, so that I can go down underneath and jump the pin for the neutral safety switch to show the transmission either in park or neutral. That way the engine will start, and then that should be enough to just put it outside while I do some other things. So I'm going to go ahead and get started changing this clutch fan out and buttoning all of this back up. But I think I'm going to do the radiator after I do the exhaust to help me reach in there. But we'll see how we go. Well, that's going to do it for now on the manual swap on Peewee here. There's a couple more things I need to do. Like I need to put a rear drive shaft in it, which I'm going to get out of this Jeep when I do the SYE. So not going to do that just yet. Not going to go buy one. I need to bleed the brakes a little bit more because they're not working so great. And the clutch pedal is not really working all the way. It's leaving the clutch engaged a little bit. So I'm going to look into that a little bit later. I'm suspecting that the new Master and Slave that I got that's pre-bled and doesn't have a bleeder on it is not really working like it's supposed to. Luckily, I saved the old one out of the donor Jeep that was working just fine. I just figured I'd put a new one in while I was in there, so I'll swap that out and look into that later. But for now, that's going to be it on this one. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed my new editing style just a little bit. I'm going to try to become a little more cinematic as I'm doing some of this stuff. So I hope you subscribe and like and stay tuned for the next one.